Hi, how's it going? This is Resident of Collinwood for YouTube, back with a video for you guys and gals. I am here to do a requested video. Again, I don't get these too often. Uh, a gentleman by the name of Byron Weaver 33 asked me to do an in-depth character retrospective of Allison from the Halloween, from David Gordon Green's and Danny McBride's Halloween trilogy. So that's what I'm here to do in my most honest way. Allison is the granddaughter of Laurie Strode. Her mother's name is Karen. She has a dad. I forget his name. My apologies. So, is this character well written? Yes and no. It's well written enough to get a clear distinction of where she draws the line on Michael Myers in 2018. But where the character is poorly written is there's no real use for her in 2018 other than she runs away from Michael when he's not really chasing her. My question to Danny McBride and David Gordon Green, and listen, they're never going to appear on this fucking channel because, number one, I'm not fans of what they did here in this trilogy. I'm not going to kiss anyone's ass. I'm not going to kiss anyone's rings. I'm not looking to get in the fucking industry. I'm just somebody who writes and looks at and is a fan of horror and looks at it and goes, why did you do this? Why did you waste someone's time? And they damn sure wasted Andy Matichek's time. Which I will leave this. I will leave a question at the end of this. Okay, to everybody, not just to Byron, but to everybody. Everybody who liked this trilogy and anybody who didn't like this trilogy. You are understand when I have a very open door policy on this channel. You're welcome to come on here and debate it with me. I'm not going to scream at you. I'm not going to bite your head off. This character, and again, I'm going to start with 2018, where this character was going right and where this character went wrong. Okay, here's what they got right. The character of Karen, Allison's mother, is more of a John Tate clone. A bit. So I'm not gonna judge that character. But what I do like is the bantering between Karen and Laurie and how Karen treats Laurie like a fucking leper in this movie at times. Because what that sets up is for Allison to be in the middle of them. And that's one thing they damn sure do a good job in. Listen, I don't just sit here to rip David Gordon Green and Danny McBride, and if that's not proof enough for anybody, I don't know what is. Because I'm not going to lie to you either. I'm not somebody who lies. You have a very good setup there. And I love Andy Matichek, what she does with her face, because she's selling the tension between the two women and what it's somewhat doing to her. She does not want her. It's not just that she doesn't want them to fight. She wants both women in her life. She wants both women to be a part of her life. Yeah, yes, you could say her mother's already there, but her grandmother is very estranged. And that's not what Andy wants. That's not what Allison wants, her character. Which I like. That is something that is presented in this movie very well. I like the one thing going into this movie I remember thinking was, what are they going to do about the cell phones? Because look, the and it wasn't even the actor who brought up cell phones wasn't even a part of this movie, and he wasn't even mentioning this movie. But there's an interview by there's an interview with Richard Dean Anderson, who played MacGyver, played the OG MacGyver, and he made a point that MacGyver really isn't needed anymore because there's cell phones. Everybody has one. And I sort of, that's what caused me to wonder, well, bro, in 1978 and 6, there weren't cell phones. Like, you know, there were just house phones. So, what are you going to do, you know, when somebody whoops out a cell phone, calls 911, the cops are going to be there. And I give the writers credit. They found a way to get rid of Allison's cell phone. Now, you might not like the way they did it, but they did it. Um, I don't mind the way they did it, actually, because it made sense. They made sense. Allison's boyfriend kissed another girl in high school at a high school dance. She got pissed. He threw her cell phone in what, eggnog or pudding or something? What the hell was that? You're not making a cell phone call after that, bro. Um, you're just not. Who the hell's reaching in the fucking pudding for their phone? Not me. No. Hey, if you find a cell phone though, um, so where did they go wrong? Right here, afterwards. Allison is not stalked by Michael. Allison hasn't been stalked by Michael through the whole film, and that's a big mistake. That's a big missed opportunity. How did Jamie Lee Curtis get over at 19? Oh, by Michael stalking her, by her seeing a man she didn't know was an escaped fucking lunatic, and by being stalked by him and almost killed by him and screaming her head off. You have a 24-year-old actress who's not really getting that opportunity here. And that scream with the whole mannequin thing would have worked better had Michael been stalking her this whole movie. Um, Imagine Michael moving through the mannequins and it's so dark you can't really determine which is which. That would have been fucking creepy. They don't do that. Like Allison would have, if it would have been me, Allison would have never gotten a vehicle. Allison would have been. History tends to repeat itself. Allison would have been stabbed in the leg or hurt her leg somehow to where she had to hobble through the streets of Haddonfield to get help. To get help. She lost her fucking cell phone. You might say, why she isn't screaming? She is. It's fucking Halloween. No one's believing her. Everyone's entitled to one good scare. What if the scare is nobody believes your screams are sincere or real? What if nobody's believing you because it's Halloween and everybody thinks it's a fucking prank? Remember what the emphasis is in 1978. Everybody thinks Laurie Strode is just pulling a prank. When she beats on the neighbor's fucking door, for Christ's sake. There's not that here in this movie, and it's a problem. For everybody saying David Gordon Green paid homage to John, no, he really fucking, not really. No, not really. Um, because he forgot the most simplest formula, how to put over a young protagonist. And that's something John Carpenter and Deborah Hill did not forget how to do, ever. Time and time again, they put over young protagonists, not just in Halloween, but many other movies. Um, and they know how to use anti-heroes, or look at the original Assault on Precinct 13, Napoleon Wilson, for fuck's sake, which is a retelling of Rio Bravo, if you've ever seen Rio Bravo, a modernized telling, I should say. Look at Escape from New York, Snake Plissken, obviously, Roddy Piper's character in They Live. Um, with this movie, David Gordon Green and Danny McBride do not have Allison stalked. Imagine Allison being stalked, and you have Sartain and Hawkins, not looking for Allison, but looking for Michael, because there are people who know, the cops know Michael's out there. He escaped, right? That's a preference in this movie. What if it's, Allison is so exhausted from, running from Michael. You see the sweat. You see her tired. She stops. He's coming. He's not stopping at 60. He's not stopping. He's stalking her. He's coming right up toward her. They see it and run Michael down. That's what I would have did. And then you would have had Sartain bend down to touch Michael. Michael touches him, and you would have had that whole transference thing happen in this movie. Because if you can't just explain things at the 11th hour. Corey Cunningham isn't the problem. The fact that they didn't explain Michael unlocking someone's evil in the first two fucking films is. And that's what the biggest problem, that's another big problem of this trilogy. Allison is just collateral damage in this movie. Is just collateral damage in all three films. That's all she is. Tell me, I mean, I would have loved for them to trust this 24-year-old actress and put it on her shoulders. They don't. That's something you can look. You can knock the original series for the brother-sister connection all you want. But what you can't fucking say is they put over a lot of young protagonists. They put over Danielle Harris. They put over the girl who played Rachel Carruthers. They put over Tina Williams. They put over Freddie Harris. They put over the girl who was in Resurrection. They put over Josh Hartnett. They put over not just Paul Rudd, but the woman who played Kara Strode. Kara Strode is my favorite fucking female protagonist of all time, because one, she was not only living in the Myers house, she was suffering from abuse from her father. So there's domestic violence involved in 6. People talk about Me Too in 2018, and really you got to give Daniel Farrens a lot of due. He was ahead of his. Daniel Farrens is ahead of his time, and damn sure was when he did Halloween 6. Nobody talks about that, though. I interviewed him, by the way. I'll leave a link in the description box. I didn't do a good job with the interview. I apologize. But by the way, very nice gentleman, sweetheart, good guy. I had a fun time interviewing him. He made me feel very, very nice man. Very, very nice man, and hell of a writer. I say that because I still to this day enjoy the hell out of Halloween 6. A, they put all their characters over. B, it had a good twist, and it still shocks me to this day. And 3, it was the darkest installment in Halloween history, and still is. Fuck Halloween Kills, okay? Because again, it took Halloween Kills was nostalgic and basically killed all the nostalgia. That's all it was doing. That's what that movie is. Show you nostalgia and kill it. That's what Kills is. Ends as a clusterfuck. Allison is. People say window dressing. No, because she's used. She's just not used the right way. People are going to say Kills, she was put over. Okay, you're right. But here's my problem. What is her relationship with her dad? Answer me that honestly. You don't have an answer. Don't give me the Halloween novels. The movie should have made more. If the movies would have made more time for that character, just a little more, and gave you a bit of a bet. Where's the scene where Allison's, instead of peanut butter on my penis, where's the scene where her father's sitting down, she goes, look, what if you get in the mittens? Because in Halloween Kills, they say he's from here, from Haddonfield. What if he fucking wasn't? Why do we assume everybody's from Haddonfield? Why do we put that in the contrast of the story? Have him not be. Have it be where he's sitting there talking to his daughter in Halloween 2018. I'm not from here. I can't sit here and say I know everything about what happened 40 years ago. I wasn't, I can't say that. But at the end of the day, no matter what you choose between your mom and your grandma, one, we're going to love you, and two, we're always here for you. And that's their relationship. She could always talk to her fucking dad. But they don't do that. I'm not trying to Monday morning quarterback. I'm pointing out to you there were missed opportunities in this trilogy. And they're there. The missed opportunities are there, and that's unfortunate. It's what dampers kills for me, because it's like, okay, she loves her dad, I get that, but there was no chemistry fucking built there. And ends, unfortunately, just is Corey Cunningham, and it's Corey Cunningham. Corey Cunningham isn't the problem. The problem is they made no establishment in the two prior movies that Michael could awaken someone's evil. Yeah, it is. It is. It's Corey and Allison's movie, and Laurie Strode is there. Um, and Laurie Strode is my biggest problem in that movie, because, bro, you this journey was set out to avenge her friends. The man murdered your daughter. Your daughter, no matter what your relationship is with her, trumps your friends any day of the week. Sorry, it does. Do I think Andy Matichak did a good job? I think Andy Matichak did do a good job for what they gave her, which was barely anything. It's not her fault that David Gordon Green and Danny McBride don't know how to put over a 24-year-old. And I'll stand by that to the day I die. Which leaves me with this question. You might say, well, Andy Matichak liked the character. Okay. Then why wasn't Andy Matichak at Halloween 45? Answer me that, honestly. Answer that. I'm not speculating anything. Let me phrase it like this. If two writers, you're 24 years old, chose not to put you over in 3 films, what would you do? Would you feel slighted? Yeah, you fucking would. Again, I'm not starting any rumors. Just saying. Alright. Have a nice day.